All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Double Take Sports Talk. Welcome to our podcast. I'm Darrell Watts. Say hello to Darren Watts on the other side.
What's
What's
going
happening?
on? What's going on?
Man, good day, man. We starting off our NBA podcast.
That's right. That's right.
We also got our MLB. We're still continuing that from the championship games and all that good stuff. So this is still our official start of the NBA podcast.
That's right.
This is where we actually gonna be digging in on the Indiana Pacers. So bear that in mind.
I mean, dig it in. I mean, really dig it in.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, here's what's on tap with our podcast for today. Of course, we're going to have our weekend review. I'm going to look back on the championship game from the MLB. Darren will hit you up with the analysis, breakdowns from the Pacers game. Welcome back. Welcome back. Then, of course, we'll have our predictions, then the headlines, and our final thoughts. Then, ready for it?
Let's start it.
All right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and start this off with moi for the weekend review for the championship series.
Cute. Cute.
I couldn't help that one. But. So, for the last MLB podcast, we had stopped at the divisionals. So we're in the start transition of the championship games from the AL and the NL. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna start this one off with the NLCS, which features the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Milwaukee Brewers. Game 1, October 12th. The Brewers beat the Dodgers 6-5. The winning pitcher of that one was Brandon Woodruff. Losing pitcher was Clayton Kershaw. And save goes to Corey Knebel. As I suspected, Knebel. You know, in the different terms, you take away the knife thing. Yeah, Knebel.
You just had to look that up, did you?
No, I just because I wanted when I'm looking at it, it has the pronunciations on there, and so it popped up. Corey Knebel. Corey Knebel. Yeah.
Sure.
I didn't want to mispronounce the man's name or anything like that. So
yeah.
You know.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry. All right. Game 2 on October 13th. The Los Angeles Dodgers, they beat the Milwaukee Brewers 4-3. The winning pitcher of this was Pedro Baez. Losing pitcher was Jeremy Jeffries, and then the save goes to Kenley Jansen. This is some pretty competition championship series up to this point, prior to games 1 and 2. Game 3, October 15th. I think this series got moved to LA. Anyway, Brewers beat the Dodgers in a shutout style 4-0. The winning pitcher of this one was Julius Jashin, and the losing pitcher was Walker Buehler. Game 4, October 16th. Dodgers beat the Brewers 2-1. The winning pitcher of this one is Julio Urias, I believe it is. And the losing pitcher of this one is Junior Guerrero.
And that was in 13 innings.
Was that in 13 innings?
Yes, it was in 13 innings.
Thank you. I did not see that.
Yes, in 13 innings.
Good. Game 5, October 17th. Brewers beat the Dodgers 5-2. Winning pitcher was Clayton Kershaw. Losing pitcher was Brandon Woodruff. And in the save, of course, the Kenley Jackson. So now to this point, the Brewers lead this series 3-2. Up until tonight. All right, for the ALCS, Houston Astros and Boston Red Sox. Game 1, October 13th, the Astros beat the Red Sox 7-2. Winning pitcher of this one was Justin Verlander, and the losing pitcher of this one was Joe Kelly. Game 2, October 14th, the Red Sox beat the Astros 7-5. Winning pitcher of this was Matt Barnes. Losing pitcher was Garrett Cole, and the save goes to Craig Kimbrell. Game 3, October 16th. Red Sox beat the Astros 8-2. Winning pitcher of this one is Nathan Eovaldi, and the losing pitcher is Joe Smith. Game 4, October 17th. Red Sox beat the Astros 8-6. Winning pitcher of this one is Joe Kelly. Losing pitcher of this one is Josh James, and the save goes to Craig Kimbrell. And this series, I think the Red Sox lead 3-1. I think I put all that down.
That's correct.
Yeah, I forgot to put it down. So, that is the weekend review from the championship series. So now, you want to add anything else to this weekend review championship series there?
Nope.
All right. So, let's go ahead and switch gears to our analysis portion of this podcast. So, Darren, whenever you're getting ready, the floor is yours.
All right, before we start the analysis part of last night's game, just a quick preview, and I mean a very quick one. I mean the quickest you'll probably hear in your entire life. The Indiana Pacers and the Milwaukee Bucks are going to be facing off in Milwaukee, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's your preview. Next week, we'll get further deep into analysis on that behalf. But I want to go take it back to last night's first season game at Bankers Light Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana. The Memphis Grizzlies and the Indiana Pacers. Oh, I got to tell you, one thing that stands out to me is the impressive bench of the Indiana Pacers.
Yes, agreed.
4 players scored in double figures, right? Everybody else did not. Domantas Sabonis with 14 points. Tyreke Evans with 14 points. Is that right? Corey Joseph with 11 points? I think that's right. And Doug McDermott with 12 points. Kyle O'Quinn, 2 points, 3 assists, 1 offensive rebound, 2 defensive, 3 total rebounds. Not bad for him coming off the bench. Domantas Sabonis, on the other hand, scores 14 points, 2 assists. He has 6 offensive rebounds, 9 defensive rebounds, and a total of 15 rebounds. So he finished the game with 14 and 15. Very impressive, active
from the bench. Yep. You got to stop this.
From the bench, that's unhealthy. When you are playing a team like the Indiana Pacers, that's unhealthy. You cannot allow the Pacers to play the way they play, like they played last night. Because that is actually very phenomenal. The team grabbed a total of 7 offensive rebounds, grabbed a total of 22 defensive rebounds. I believe that's correct. I went through and had to double check everything, and I think I'm wrong. No, that's right. It's not the team, it's the bench. The bench grabbed a total of 7 offensive rebounds, 22 defensive rebounds, which was a total of 29. Compared to Memphis's bench, they only tallied up a total of 3 offensive rebounds, 9 defensive rebounds, and 12 rebounds. Victor Oladipo, 16 points, 5 rebounds. 5 assists, 5 rebounds, and 3 turnovers. take a look at Darren Collinson's stat line. 0 points, 5 assists, 1 rebound, and 3 turnovers. Is this what you call a active point guard without having to score any points?
Yeah, most definitely. And the reason why I say that is because you are still finding ways to be a playmaker. You're still finding ways to get the ball in other people's hands for a clear shot. So even if you're not scoring, if you're not scoring at all as a point guard, but you still notching up 5+ assists, that to me shows that you are still keeping active in many ways. In many, many ways. So I accept Darren Collison not scoring anything. But in the long run, he's going to have to hit it up a notch.
Well,
and at least put.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that he's going to have to notch it up just a little bit and get involved in more of the scoring game. Not much, but in the near future.
Well, the starting lineup overall scored 53 points. They scored 53 points. The bench scored 58.
That includes your point guards, too. That includes your point guard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's like the point guard.
Right. And that's acceptable coming off the bench. That's acceptable.
Yeah,
that's acceptable coming off the bench.
Oh, yeah.
If Darren Collison don't have to really score anything, if Corey Joseph's gonna come off the bench like that.
Right. I get it. And that's what I'm saying. With Darren Collison not scoring anything, I accept that. That's I'm not going to accept.
Going over to Memphis, Michael Conley had 11 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. Marc Gasol had 13 points, 3 assists, 6 rebounds, 3 steals. Chandler Parsons scored 6 points, had one rebound, 1 steal, and 1 block. The only person that scored in double figures in the bench for the Memphis Grizzlies is Jaren Jackson Jr. with 10 points. Actually, he was probably the most active coming off the bench. 10 points, 1 assist, 5 rebounds, 3 steals, and a block.
Yeah, that tells you something. The Pacers defense is playing lock. Period. Mm-hmm. If Jaren Jackson Jr. just come off the bench and only scores 10 points, and he's the only player in double figures coming off the bench, that's a problem. And everybody else had playing time.
Yeah.
That's a problem. So Memphis got a lot of work to do if they want to continue.
Yeah, it looked like it was a rough night for them. I get into game notes in just 1 second. This is stuff that I just came off the top of my head. Tyreke Evans came off the bench with 14.6 assists, 4 rebounds, and 1 turnover. Corey Joseph, 11 points, 3 assists, 6 rebounds, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 2 turnovers. Doug McDermott came off the bench with 12 points, 1 assist, 1 rebound, and no turnovers. The Pacers bench committed 7 turnovers, and then the Pacers starting lineup committed 13, where Memphis bench committed 4 turnovers, and their starting lineup committed 3. The team statistics overall, the team committed 20 turnovers for the Indiana Pacers, while Memphis had 7 turnovers.
Wow. I don't understand that stat. Memphis should have been winning this game. There's something there that they should have been capitalizing off of.
And here it is. The game notes. The Pacers' biggest lead was 32. It was tied 3 times, and there was the longest run of the night with 13. Here's what shot Memphis in the foot. They shot 29.8% from the field, just 25 for 84. They shot 10 for 29 for 3-point range, 34%. But their biggest highlight of the night is their free throws. They shot 82%, which is 23 for 28 from the field. Pacers shot 56%, 47 of 83, and then had 10 for 26 off of 3-point field goals, of 38%. And then their free throws is what shot them in the foot with a 53%, 7 for 13.
If I was one of the Memphis front office GM, the first thing I would have done after seeing this, I'd have been like, hey, is there any way I can get Vince Carter back?
Yeah.
I know he's in his 21st season and he's
Yeah.
41 years old, but he's still balling. I need some veterans.
Yeah.
Get Vince Carter back,
Absolutely.
please.
Absolutely.
That's the first thing I would have done.
I agree, Darrell. Oh man. Cause yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
No. But yeah, I mean, it looked like gonna be a solid bench. Hopefully, they can stay solid all year long.
And stay healthy.
Yep.
Because we're looking at the coach right now, they ain't doing dropping nothing. So.
Which I was going to say, Jim Irsay, take some notes.
Agreed. What didn't Miles Turner go through a transformation?
I have no idea what that transformation would have been.
But what I mean is, like, he changed his diet, he lost a little weight, he's starting to get a little more athletic.
8 points, 1 assist, 8 rebounds, 4 blocks, 1 turnover. Yeah.
Well,
had 3 total offensive rebounds, had 5 defensive rebounds.
So he had 8 and 8.
Yep. Thaddeus Young had 10.
So you're really.
He had 10, 8, and 3. Bojan Bogdanovic had 19, 6, 19 and 6.
Yeah, he was the Pacers' leading scorer.
Absolutely right. Sure is. Not being funny. The bench almost was they scoring leaders, not being funny.
Almost. That, like, this is what the Pacers need. And this has been the big issue from the get-go.
Oh, from the get-go. Even back in the, I'm not going to say back in the 90s. Maybe the early 2000s has been an issue.
Yeah, it's been from that point.
After the Bird era. After the Bird era, I think when everything started to go down for the bench.
So, yeah, I agree.
There's my analysis.
All right. So, there's your analysis for the Indiana Pacers and the Memphis Grizzlies. Good work, Darren. So, predictions. Back to you, man.
Right. So, we got the battle of the early undefeated team coming into tomorrow night, the Indiana Pacers and the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm just curious. Let's see if they have any game details off of NBA.com. Let's see what they have. It's probably not too much. Let's just say that, yeah, here we go. Let's just say that the concern for the Indiana Pacers is, of course, one, Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's going to be an issue.
He's a point forward. He's going to be notching in point guard numbers. That's going to be a concern.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The last time these two teams faced, it was March 5th, 2018. Eric Bledsoe was the leading scorer with 26 points for Milwaukee. Giannis Antetokounmpo was the leader in rebounds with 12, and Eric Bledsoe was the leader in assists with 4 for the team. And for the Pacers side, Bojan Bogdanovic with 29 points, Thaddeus Young with 7 assists, and Victor Oladipo with 5 assists.
Who won that game?
The Pacers won that game 92-89. And the reason they won that game was pretty much plain and simple. There is none because I have no idea. This is all from this season. Let's just say that defense probably was the help of it, or they just plainly got lucky. So, yeah. So with that being said, Darrell, who you got? Pacers, Bucks. Who you got?
I'm gonna take a gamble. I am looking forward to seeing the Pacers defense and the Pacers bench to continue the way that they played last night against Memphis, hoping that they could do something about the Greek freak.
Yeah,
So I'm going to go ahead and pick the Pacers in this game.
I agree. Go with the Pacers. And I will be keeping records. Have that for you next week.
Bet you will.
I told you I was
Bet,
doing it. Now all I
bet
need to
you
do is
will.
baseball. I'm gonna have that for next season too.
Bet you will.
That being said, real quick, back to the Major League Baseball. Usually this is our Major League Baseball podcast, but now that the NBA season has started and the Major League Baseball is coming to a wrap, Darrell, let's just have a quick prediction real quick for the championship games. Got game 5 of the Red Sox and the Astros. They are in Houston. You can watch that game on TBS. First pitch will be in a few minutes. I believe it was 8:09 first pitch. They are at warm-up right now. Darrell, who you got?
I want Astros. I really do.
Me too.
And I'm going to stick with them.
Me
I
too.
don't know. The Red Sox might win it, but I'm picking the Astros.
Well, let's just real quick go back through the series run real quick. You already did it in the week review, but just go back through it real quick.
Yeah.
Astros won game 1. Astros lost game 2. Astros lost game 3. And the Astros lost game 4.
Game 4.
So it's a 3-1 series lead. It's very possible that the Astros can come back to win the series. Hopefully they will keep the series alive in Houston. First pitch would be at 8:09 p.m. NLCS, Dodgers, Brewers, first pitch at 8:39 tomorrow. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch that game on interesting FS1. Quick rundown. Oh, Darrell, Brewers, Dodgers. Who you got?
I want to pick the Dodgers to win this one.
I got to be honest with you. I'm not a fan of either one of them. But if I had to pick, it had to be the Dodgers. It has to be the Dodgers.
Well, I'm not a fan of the Brewers because of the NL.
Right, I'm not a
And
fan of them either. I'm just not
I'm
a fan.
not a fan of the Dodgers, but I'm not a fan of the Dodgers because they put the Cubs out last year. And of course, the Brewers also putting, I think, no, that was the Rockies. Sorry. Moving on.
Quick rundown series of this series here. Dodgers lost game 1. Dodgers won game 2. Dodgers lost game 3. Dodgers won game 4. And the Dodgers won game 5. They lead this series 3-3. 3-2, and they could wrap this series up tonight in Milwaukee on the road. Give me your predictions for the Indiana Pacers game coming up tomorrow and for the MLB championship games. Now let's go ahead, Darrell. Have your headlines when you are good and ready. The floor is yours.
No MLB headlines. I'm just throwing that out there right now for the second week in a row. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the NBA headlines. This one right here is my all-time favorite headline because it speaks on how it really is. Carmelo Anthony. The reserve role has been a challenge mentally. So apparently he has been picked to the bench and coming off the bench for the Houston Rockets. I love it. I love it.
I agree. 11-2.
You don't freaking deserve $52 million a year for you to only be averaging 9 points a damn game. Sit your punk ass down. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You do not deserve $52 million to be averaging 9 points a game.
I agree.
No. Stop. No. Not this day and age.
I
Not
agree.
this day and age.
I agree.
All right, moving on. The Wolves, they must resolve the Jimmy Butler drama. And if the Wolves want to get into the playoffs, they are going to have to resolve this. And if they want to get deep into the playoffs, they are going to have to resolve this problem because it's not going to help them. So we'll see how high and mighty Jimmy Butler would be if he actually got it. So we'll see. All right. So we mentioned, Darren did the analysis on it. The Pacers defeat the Memphis Grizzlies 111-83. Bojan Bogdanovich's 19 points. And lastly but not least in the NBA, the Detroit Pistons have played Aretha Franklin during the national anthem. Interesting. All right, moving on to the NFL. Aaron Rappaport says that Cards Patrick Peterson will not be traded. Now, I don't know if he's hurt or not, or he's just not playing up to expectations. So apparently they're not going to trade him. Ezekiel Elliott, mandatory that Cowboys win on the road.
Agreed.
I agree too. Most definitely. So I forgot who they're playing. We'd be doing an NFL podcast and completely forgot who in the world they're playing.
Well, it's a couple of reasons for that. One, we don't keep up with the other teams like how we used to from last year and the year before last. And two, we don't pay attention to them. So,
well, that's because we also focus on other things too, I guess.
Yeah, that's the main reason. But I don't know what I did with my paper. Here it is. The Dallas Cowboys going to be facing off against the Washington Redskins, NFC East rival.
Okay, so yeah, I agree. They're mandatory. Then the Oakland Raiders got fined $20,000 for injury report violation.
Bull. Sorry, plain and simple. It's bull. Plain and simple. They need to get fined 50.
So let me ask you this. I think, well, based off the problems that the Raiders had, don't you think 20 grand is something enough?
No. No.
Hey, man. They get rid of Khalil Mack. That's already what? Over 50 grand that they done lost? And then you add on to John Gruden's salary, you're losing a lot more than that. And then 20 grand for this?
Sounds like a personal problem.
Well, that sounds like a team problem. Except the John Gruden thing. But let me ask you this. Do you think now, at this point of the season, do you think the Raiders should hold on to him or go ahead and get rid of him, like, right now?
Ignorance is saying get rid of him. Ignorance is saying get rid of him. But the nice part of me is saying at least let him humiliate himself for the rest of the year.
I was listening to, what is his name? Darren Orlovsky. I was listening to him, and he is saying already, look, the Raiders is done. Now, in the aspect of John Gruden, maybe. But he's saying the Raiders, that season had already came to an end from the beginning. They got rid of Khalil Mack.
And no, it didn't even end there. That just official thing. What ended is when they hired John Gruden. That's what ended it. That's what ended it. What confirmed it is when they got rid of him. That's what
confirmed it. It didn't get rid of your athletic punter. I forgot his name. You get rid of him too?
Was it Marquise King or something like that?
Or something. Yeah, something of that sort. That just tell you, he got to go. To me personally, I think they got a bye week. They need to get rid of him within that time frame.
That's like trying to cut a cold, hard, frozen chocolate cake. It ain't happen.
Well, if they were smart enough to think about it, compared from last
year. They wasn't smart enough to hire him in the first place.
I want to at least finish the statement.
Oh, at least. Who cares?
Look, this is what I'm saying. Compared to last year, without John Gruden, they had a pretty good season. Decent at that. Had a very good season. So you would think if they were smart enough that they would have kept, who was the head coach last year before they got rid of him?
I have no idea. Let me see if I can find them. Oh, Jack Del Rio.
Defensive mind, the defensive guy. Your defensive guy. You get rid of him after he had developed Derek Carr. Yeah. That's a problem. Big time problem. Moving on. The Miami Dolphins are not exploring surgery for Ryan Tannehill. Rob Gronkowski is not upset over lack of red zone target.
Who cares?
I would be. Well, if I was Gronk, I'd be upset. I'm not Gronk, so I don't care.
Defense is going to eat that up. Who cares?
Well, given the size that the man has been given, I would be upset. I'm like, so you're telling me I'm 6'11", 250, and I'm still not getting the ball? What's the issue here? What are you scared of something?
Wrong. They need him to stretch the field. Nobody ain't got time to stretch the field in the red zone. Are you serious?
Well, how does it work for the coach then?
We're talking about two.
I would be mad too.
We are talking about two whole different teams here. Colts, Patriots. Tom Brady and that entire team cheats enough. They could get away without having to give the ball to Ron Gronkowski. Who cares? Who cares about him not getting no targets in the end zone? Who cares? They cheat good enough without him having to have a touch in the end zone. Who cares? Tom Brady don't even run out of pocket. They cheat so good. What's the matter, cat? Got your tongue?
I just can't believe some of the things you say sometimes. You talk about me when it comes to NFL predictions and baseball predictions. Granted, some of that stuff is true, but at the same time, you still have to see that despite the Colts, even though they're not cheating, they're doing just as much as stretching the field with the tight ends, just as much as New England wouldn't have. And so when they continue not to do that, that's going to cause for the reason why they are not who they are, despite the fact that they're not, well, that they are cheating in some way. So why not give Rob Gronkowski 4 touches in the end zone so they can increase their chances of cheating?
I don't know why I'm sitting here having a debate with you over the New England Patriots and how they cheat and Rob Gronkowski getting more touches in the end zone. If he wants more touches in the end zone, all they got to do is just throw him the football.
They're scared that he's going to get hurt again. Who cares? Give him the football.
Give him the football. What, so they could chop somebody's knees off? Nah, Pimp. Don't give him the ball. If you want to cheat, don't give it to him. That's why they're trying to keep him healthy for the Super Bowl. They cheated again. Come on, wake up.
Man, chopping of the knees has already been an issue from the beginning of the season anyway. That's how NFL got solved.
Well, look, it don't even matter up until this point. Rob Gronkowski do not have to get the ball only in the Super Bowl, only in the playoffs. You will see his numbers increase in the end zone when it comes down to the playoffs.
They get to the playoffs.
Oh, they get to the playoffs. They get to the playoffs. No issue. Cheating? Check. Videotapes? Check. They're so busy worrying about roughing the quarterback, they done forgot about that man. They done forgot about New England. Check.
I'm thinking about asking you this question.
I don't even want you to ask this question.
I'm thinking about it. I'll hold off on that question.
Don't go soft.
No, I'm not going soft. I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait for final thoughts, and I'm going to ask you this question. Moving on. Drew Brees has the chance to join Peyton Manning and Hall of Famer Brett Favre to be all 32 teams.
Too bad.
His only problem? Here's his problem. The Baltimore Ravens. Drew Brees all time is 0-4 against the Baltimore Ravens.
Too bad Tom Brady won't be able to
we don't pick.
Too bad Tom Brady won't be able to do it.
Yeah, that's true. All the quarterbacks that has not gotten a chance to, go to another team, that's not true. So he got a chance. All he got to do is beat Baltimore. And Lord knows when the next time they play Baltimore again after this week.
Did we pick New Orleans to win this game? Yeah, I believe we did. Yeah,
I believe they got a higher chance than they did previously.
Yeah, we both.
Because I think Baltimore's defense hasn't been the same, regardless.
Yeah.
They've gotten good, but they haven't been the same. That's okay. There are the headlines from the NBA NFL perspective from a sports world. So we're going to switch gears and head on to our final portion of this podcast. Final thoughts. Darren, anything for us?
Nope.
Good. I do. Now I'm going to ask you this most important question. Let's just say for instance, that you were an NFL quarterback. Doesn't matter which team you play for. And you had a tight end that you relied on a lot. But coming into the red zone, a lack of touches because you feel that you have other options in the red zone, but they haven't been living up to your standards. Would you be concerned that your tight end is not upset that he's not getting the lack of touches in the red zone?
No. I
If
don't
that
throw
was a tight end,
I don't throw it to Gary Barnes in Madden 16 in the end zone anymore. I stopped. I use him to stretch the field to get us down to the end zone. Then I throw it to a smaller man that's quicker. Real talk.
if I was a tight end, I would have cussed you smooth out.
And then as soon as you got injured, I would have cussed your ass smooth out.
For that reason, I could have been a healthy player.
It's too tight. Stop it. It's too tight in the end zone. And you the one that's always talking about, you don't throw it in the end zone. I run the football.
I don't.
And what you complaining about? Of all people, what you complaining about?
Time out. I'm talking about in your perspective as a quarterback.
I don't care. I'm trying to figure out why do you care? You don't even throw it in the end zone.
Because you'll be the one to run and call the damn play. That's why.
From a running back perspective, I will get your point. But not from a tight end's point. Shove it. Shove it. I would have to give you more touches to get into the end zone and not catches, but handoffs. That I would agree with you. I would have to stop doing that and hand the ball off more often. But throwing it to a tight end in the end zone, nah, player. For what? Use him as a coy. Use him as a decoy.
Use him as a decoy?
Yes, use him as a decoy. He's unguardable when you're going down the field anyway. He's already a decoy then. So why not use him as a decoy in the end zone and trick somebody else for the touchdown?
You tell me the percentage of times that a quarterback would throw it to a tight end in the red zone.
I don't know.
Me? 3%. 3.
If it's 3% for you, then what are you fussing about? Talking about more touches.
I believe tight ends should get more touches.
Oh, 3%?
Huh?
3%?
I'm speaking in the base, yeah, 3%. That number needs to go up. That needs to go up.
I wonder if anybody watched our gameplay when we played Madden 16 with the Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers. I wonder if anybody actually paid attention to if Darrell threw it to his tight end in the touchdown zone. I don't ever recall him throwing it to his tight end on the touchdown.
No, I don't. I throw him to the flat, to my running back, and be done with it.
Then what's your problem?
And half of the time, it don't even make a difference half of the time, because half of the time I'm not even in the red zone because I score outside the red zone. My goal is to keep it out of red zone so I can prevent trying to throw it in the end zone.
You was in the end zone, Darrell, when we played a game in Seattle. You was in the end zone about the 15-yard line, and you threw it in a flat to Marshawn Lynch. And instead of getting tackled, you juked me and ran straight in for the touchdown. You was in the red zone. And it's on our welcome video. You suck.
My tight end wasn't good for the Seahawks.
But then I have to admit, I did throw it to who's the tight end? I don't know who the tight end was, but I threw it to the tight end for a touchdown in that video too.
I know this. Look at it real life. Andrew Luck throws to Eric Ebron and Eric Swoop. and they're both tight ends. Use them.
Well, Rob Gronkowski is not athletic enough. He's just big. He's like Shaq. Think about it. He is the NBA Shaq. He's not athletic enough, Darrell. The only reason why he's on that field because he's big enough to be able to carry defenders like Jerome Bettis.
Okay.
He's just tall and big.
Yeah. I see one. So, that's all right. You'll be throwing more to your tight ends. No. But don't take anything I say into consideration when you're playing Madden.
I'm not anyway. I never do. I go by the plays.
I bet you do.
I think about you. Matter of fact, I got a game to play against New England. I want to play it this weekend, but that's very slim.
Sucks to be you. All right. So if there's nothing else, we can wrap this baby on up and get on out of here.
Yep.
All right. So that is another edition of Double Take Sports Talk. If you like what you see, just give this video a thumbs up. How you feel about today's show? Just comment in the comment section below as usual. Of course, we're on the social media sites of Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you have any questions for us, just hit us up. Of course, like them. We'll share them on the air as usual. We're on iTunes. Leave us a review. Leave a comment also. Help us find ways to improve on our show. And subscribe to our channel. But until then, I'm Darrell. Here's on the opposite side.
Yep.
All right, catch up with another episode of Double Take Sports Talk. Until then,
ciao.
Ciao.
Double Take Sports Talk here with me, Darrell Watts. Now, there's an understatement that always goes, that has always been true from day one when sports decided to come out, is that it can be very unpredictable. And of course, that's always been the statement, that's always been so true. And depending on how you look at it, it can be very unpredictable. But with Double Take Sports Talk, we just throw some entertainment in there. Even if we don't get predictions right or theories don't come out right, we always just throw a little entertainment into the mix. So why not just have a little fun with it? That's how predicting can be so fun if you make an entertainment out of it. But other than that, of course, I'm all for it. But anyway, we're on social media around the globe here. We're on social media on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can hit us up on our fan page at the Watch Brothers. You can hit us up on Twitter at DTST2414. And of course, you can hit us up on Instagram, Double Take Sports Talk. So, YouTube, subscribe. You can share. You can do all the good stuff. Do anything that you would like. We're just trying to grow a podcast here, folks. We're also on the iTunes. You can download our episodes there. We're on the video, of course, and we're on the audio portion too. So either way that you can enjoy this podcast, you can do it audio, we do it on video. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the podcast. And until then, ciao.